On April 27, 1980, I had a quite interesting astral projection.
Eu realizei uma projeção astral que foi bem interessante. Eu saí do corpo, eu deitei na minha cama.
I lay on my bed, which was on the right side, and started my exercise.
Do lado direito.
Getting out is simple.
E comecei o meu exercício para sair é simples, né? Eu deito, relaxo, daí já
I lie down,
sinto aquela
relax,
vibração.
and already feel that vibration. Then I'm out in 20 seconds, 25 seconds maximum.
É bem interessante isso, né? Uma
That's
coisa que a gente tem
interesting.
que estudar para
It's something we have to study to understand how it works.
é o que eu tenho feito.
That's what I've been doing.
E eu fiz isso.
I've done it.
Fiz isso, me desloquei até acima de 4 metros.
I moved 4 meters up.
Até agora eu tenho achado que esses 4 metros isso aí é uma...
I think this idea of 4 meters is ours.
Não tem
It doesn't have much power to hold us,
Mas eu aprendi assim.
but I learned that way.
Então, ultrapasso os 4 metros.
So, I went 4 meters up. After 4 meters, I was above the roof of the house, about 2 meters or so, 1.5 meters.
E aí eu vou com tudo.
And then I continued.
300 metros.
I moved up 300 meters.
Eu tenho uma
When I reached 300 meters, I had a very good view of the city.
Você pode esquecer que eu estou morando em Manaus, né?
You can't forget that I was living in city of Manaus. At that time, 1980, Manaus didn't have high buildings, just small, low ones.
Os prédios que tinham muito baixos, muito pequenos, né? Cheguei nessa altura, 300 metros.
I arrived at that height, 300 meters, and looked around.
Nessa época, dava pra gente
Back then,
enxergar,
you could see a lot of things from a height of 300 meters.
estando a 300 metros de altura. 300 e poucos metros de altura. Dava pra
300 meters high, we could see a lot.
O local onde eu morava,
The place where I lived had a certain altitude,
E dava pra ver
and you could see the Amazon River in the distance, and for me, that was fantastic.
Aquilo para mim era fantástico, né? Era show. Dava para ver.
You could see buildings and things from the time Manaus was founded.
Que Manaus foi fundado. E eu olhava aquele fiozinho.
I could see that distant line, the Amazon River, and I would go there.
Ia para lá, né? Eu tinha que ir para lá.
I had to go there. I would go to a market there.
Mercado que tinha lá. Porque esse mercado para mim ele era
This market was a place full of life.
muito cheio de atividade, né? Então, eu sabendo disso,
Knowing that,
né,
I headed
eu
towards
ia pra
it.
ele e ia com tudo. Depois que eu passava o mercado,
After passing the market,
praticamente
I was almost on the Amazon River.
isso para mim era uma
That was a
coisa
very good
muito
thing.
boa. Eu estava a 300 metros de
I was
altura,
300 meters over the Amazon River,
vendo
seeing all the
todas
things
as
that were
coisas
there.
daquilo, né? Nesse tempo eu não fazia projeções.
At that time, I didn't have mental body projections every time. I did a lot more in the astral body, because there is a much closer contact with things. Everything I saw was very close to the physical plane. I was 300 meters up, looking at the waters of the river, looking at the two banks, and enjoying the wonderful possibility.
Olhando as duas margens, e eu ficava curtindo a possibilidade maravilhosa que eu tinha de ficar flutuando.
I had of floating in the air, looking at everything there.
E olhando todas as coisas que estavam presentes ali. Para mim era uma experiência maravilhosa.
For me, it was a wonderful experience.
E eu fiz isso algumas centenas
I did it
de
a few hundred times.
ficava olhando aquilo, né?
I kept looking at it.
Eu
Then, I left there, started moving on the Amazon River at about 300 meters, and seeing everything there was in the river.
E vendo todas as coisas que tinham dentro do rio. No Rio Negro não dava para se ver muito.
At Negro River, we couldn't see much, but on the Amazon River, it was possible.
Para ver alguns peixes, alguns...
We could see some fish.
Aquilo era maravilhoso.
That was wonderful.
Tanto é
Many
que
times,
muitas
I went into the
vezes
water to see things in a much closer way.
para ver as coisas de uma forma muito mais próxima, né? E dessa vez eu fiz isso mesmo.
That time, I did exactly that.
Eu desci, entrei
I
na
went down,
água,
got into the water,
fiquei
and stayed
flutuando.
floating.
Flutuando. Sérgio, forma de
Floating,
falar.
that's a
Fiquei
way of
flutuando.
talking about projectors.
Fiquei ali dentro, andando,
I stayed in there
e
moving,
olhando as coisas
and looking at the
que
things in the
dentro
water.
da água. É óbvio que a gente vê muito mais do que
Obviously,
se tivesse
we see a lot more than if you were
sem
simply
máscara
without a
dentro
mask
da
in the
água.
water.
Você vê muito mais. E eu fiz
You
isso
see much more. I did that and I saw a lot.
coisa, né? Ficava
I used to get
entusiasmado.
excited about this kind of experiment I was doing.
Fazia, né? Aí eu andei por baixo d'água,
Then, I walked under the water for a long time,
talvez uns
maybe
20
20
minutos.
minutes.
Andei, fui, voltei.
I walked,
Aí
I
depois eu
went,
saí
I
mais ou
came
menos no
back.
mesmo ponto
Then I
que eu
left more or
tinha
less at the same point where I had entered. I
Subi
went up, 300 meters above my house, went down,
e
and made
voltei
my notes.
a 300 metros acima da minha casa.
These notes that I'm talking
Desci
about now,
e fiz as
they were
minhas
very good
anotações.
experiences.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.